Good morning, everybody. This is Friday morning. I'm really looking forward to my tea time. This is Mia. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. I usually don't have this light on. I was like, why does this look so flushed? But you guys, I told you I washed my hair, and then I had my hat on, and then I didn't really put any moisturizer in my hair. 'Cause I don't know. There's something about these moisturizers that I can hear my hair breaking. That they make my hair feel so nasty. It's either smells like artificial something in the Shea Moisture, or it's got like castor oil or some crazy one that I had from Whole Foods Local, I think black owned. I like that one, but I don't like putting it on right when I wash my hair, because then I feel like I have to wash it again. So I will sometimes use these, like, so I want to wash it once a week, twice a week, once a week, twice a week, once every 10 days, because my hair is dry, not oily at all. I think there's like 1% of oil compared to non-black hair. So I need to find I guess a water-based or a separate oil-based. I have some coconut oil-based. I just can't stand getting oil all over everything. That's what's hard. And my hair is so dry. About 3 days ago, right before that, I was braiding some of my hair. Say, yeah, look, my hair can be longer. And it's like, why does it always have to be longer, or this or that? But I wanted to look a certain way, and I shared an ad, or sorry, I guess it is kind of ad. I shared a newspaper article on Facebook that someone else shared about the Crown Act and having locks. Two different people. One had locks in their hair, and the other one had a hair business to help with natural hair and protective styles. And I think about that because I kind of forget, like, I braid my own hair, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I guess it is considered a protective style. I don't even use this terminology because I'm not able to afford to go get any kind of support at any kind of hair place. And I feel like, for me, I would have my hair natural without the braids, but every time I've done that, my hair is broken completely off, and it's already breaking almost completely off. And I was on this Facebook group, or some group, talking about my hair and how it's never ever recovered. It's never ever not been just broken, broken, broken. Even when I braided the other day, my shirt was completely covered with broken hair. And someone's like, oh, don't worry, your hair will heal. Like, my hair stopped having chemicals, except for one time. I attempted to use a relaxer in 2003 after my grandma died, because everybody all my relatives had their hair straightened, and I wanted to give it a shot. It didn't do a thing for my hair. It might have, because the ends of my hair, they were either just super damaged when I had locks on accident when I went to the shelter system, and that was making the ends kind of sun bleached and kind of straight. So I figured it was damaged because the hair is supposed to be coiled, at least at this stage in my life. And so if I stopped using the chemicals for the most part since the 90s, I want to say 93 or 94. It's sad for me because I've seen people say that they've used a relaxer or some kind of chemicals in black hair one time, and their hair hasn't recovered since. And they used to dump 2 big jugs of either relaxer or I feel like they use the relaxer when they do the S-curl. 2 big jugs of my hair. Less hair than I had now. Shorter than I have now. So from when I was a kid, I feel like I could have like a big fro. My camera is actually really slow. So I feel really bad because I feel people will say that you're crazy because your hair looks crazy. It's like, I just feel like it's completely broke off. Any little braid in the front right here is protecting my hair from just breaking. To be this short, you can't even see how short that is. That is, most of my head is like that. So if those little short broke off pieces weren't like broke off, my hair would be twice as thick, or maybe 3/4 of my hair is broke off. So it makes me feel bad that it'd be like if your skin falls off all the time and you're walking around with your skin all bandaged up and broken and discolored. You're just like, you want to be normal, you want to be healthy, you want, like, if I could not have to have this so-called protective style to make it grow at all. I got tired of being called sir all the time too, but I feel like I want to have it just natural, without the braids, just wash it, condition, moisturize it, and go and just have. I guess I would have more afro than the ringlets that some people have. But again, the 2 times I tried that, all of my hair fell out, and one of them was after. I think a third time. Well, the first time I did it was in 98, right after my mom and my mother-in-law died. The second time was in 99, after my daughter was born. I went to braid my hair all day, and I looked, and there's a huge pile of hair, and I noticed all my hair fell out. Then I got pregnant with my son. My hair refused to stay braided, and it all broke off. So I kind of did have a fro, but not on purpose, because my hair went straight, at least not coiled when I was with him. So when I braided it, it didn't stay braided. And I tried to like pick it out and make it into a fro. I have a couple of pictures of me like that. And that was also when I was pregnant and nursing, malnourished. I had just been homeless, became homeless again. I have a picture of me. My kids look so cute. My husband just looked like a young man, a 20-something-year-old young man. And he was always trying to be with other women. So it made me feel bad that I didn't have like long flowing hair, it didn't have to even be flowing. And it wasn't, like, now I want to just shave my whole head and just try it and see what it feels like. And the only reason I hesitate, because I get so cold, I'm like, I need something on my head besides my hat. But I've considered it for years, and I don't think my head shape and my face shape is good for that. But I definitely, I don't have a good luck with my businesses and my customers and my public, no friends, and I don't get jobs. So my hair makes me look unkempt and untrustworthy. And the day I wash it, it has the natural shape, besides the braids. But every other time, like wearing a hat, laying down, sleeping, having all this breakage and all these spots, to making it all different lengths. And out of desperation, I'm having my hair when it was in locks just fall out in front of me. And in front of this person in my class, I'm still embarrassed about that. I'm so embarrassed about a lot of things. I'm gonna go get my tea. I'm really excited about that. Today, guys, I had trouble going back to sleep early this morning. I'm pretty mad about it because I'm pretty tired. It's been a tiring week. Last week's been a tiring week. I'll see if I can make a second video without that light. Maybe open up these blinds, have the natural light coming in. It's supposed to snow tonight, or maybe after midnight. So I assume it's going to go to the 50s. Kind of nice, probably sunny, maybe partly cloudy. And then I forget what the forecast, but I think it's going to be partly cloudy. And then once we get past dark, I feel like it's going to be getting pretty cold. So they're having the fire and ice tonight, which we've never gone to. I'm going out on a Saturday morning and seeing ice cubes or ice sculptures out in the place, dripping, melting. I think it's free. I shared about an event, Frederick Douglass event, tomorrow. The cheapest price is like $87 per seat. I'm not going to that. friend's getting recognized, and it's a long-term friend with my partner and his family. Like, the friend, they're relatives of him. Um, I'm priced out. It's on the Frederick Douglass Day event. Frederick Douglass, not his day, but his birthday event. And as a black person who worked my butt off and got into debt to be a doctor to help people, and every person, including providing cultural competency, I'm like, it's not interesting that this white lady is getting the award, but it's whoever's foundation is can choose whoever they want. But I think it's interesting, and they have a right. And I'm not going to complain, but I always find it interesting, because I also know that Frederick Douglass is black and white. But I think about the people in this town, in this city limit, or town limit. This person who's getting the award has been one of the few that has actually talked to me since 2019. And I go out a lot. I do meetings, other meetings. I was going to volunteer at this place up the street. I don't even know, Chesapeake something. I don't even know. And I'm like, I ain't volunteering. So they only send me stuff with the envelope to donate money. So I got no money. I said, donate time. I ain't trying to, like, you get someone on a mailing list and email list. And I tried to volunteer this recovery group up the street. I try to provide services everywhere, but I've been turned down. So I said work, friends, etc., but also volunteer positions. Could you imagine if you had a nonprofit or homeless shelter or an agency and a doctor comes to you and says, I want to help your guests because I have lived experiences, and not even asking for a penny, just wanting to do some checkups and be able to order them labs and stuff, and not being able to do it. Isn't that sickening? Does it sound suspicious? Does it sound like I should ask for money? Does it sound like I was temporarily in a grant program, so I was going to just go out and do this stuff. I have some collab. This grant program did give me some collab ideas and some sample documents for letters, so I'm still going over this stuff. So I'm pretty grateful that I was involved in the program. I would really like to get involved with another one. I was in a street medicine group last week, or this week. I don't even know. Those two weeks have been absolutely busy. I'm really scared about it, actually. I heard these people introduce themselves as like, oh, I'm a nurse, or I'm a provider who just started a homeless clinic. Like, how do you fund that? And I'm one of those people, neurodivergent or on the autism spectrum. I'm seriously underdiagnosed. My thing is to study and learn and teach myself, teach others that will listen, not being able to have conversations. I'm super social, but don't have friends. And I really love talking to folks. So part of why I do the videos. And I love to hear myself speak. I love to hear the vibration of my voice, of my body. It's soothing for me. I have overstimulation with the surroundings. I have a disconnect between, hey, work jobs for 20 years, go to the bank to get a mortgage, can't get a mortgage. Have $30,000 cash in my account. Have a job, long term, maybe it's only part time, but have a good down payment when houses were only 100 grand. But can't get anybody, can't get a realtor, can't get a banker, can't get a mortgage. I have this disconnect from getting to A to B. It seems like it's system set up. If you have A, B, and C checked off, you should be able to go from A to B. That's a different A to B. Like alpha to beta. Listen, you should be able to go to alpha to beta. Period. If you're doing ABCs in mine, where is the C? Is there one? I'm trying to think. I keep thinking epsilon. What is it? Delta. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what's saying. Beta and delta. Anyways, I'll look that up later. I have a disconnect between finishing out my work. Now, it is definitely tea time. I get my spot right here. Yesterday was rough. I did an appointment for ultrasound for my breast. They refused to do it. They said we can squeeze you in for a mammogram, but you don't have authorization from your insurance. I left. I went home and looked up online. Maryland is the state that's not going to charge. They're not allowed to charge for certain breast imaging and breast health appointments. So I think the national government made a certain law about some of these screening and diagnostic imaging. But I specifically saw a list of states that had their kind of fine print. Maybe not all of their fine print, but fine print. And Maryland was always saying, we can't bill extra co-charges, or co-pays, and this and this and this. And I think at one point, sometimes it becomes preventative medicine, and some points it becomes certain things become diagnostics. Diagnostic would be potential for pathology, which would be a billable appointment. So I can't do, as a doctor myself, I cannot do for Blue Cross Blue Shield preventative medicine and get paid for it through telehealth. I had to be in person for preventative medicine code. So you have to be careful to do the code if you're doing. I had one as not as a CPT billing code, regular billing code, or diagnostic code. New patient, new to provider, and that one was a Z code. So I said, oh shoot, I don't know if I can do that, but I gotta get it together with my billing. I haven't received my checks. I'm really scared. It's tea time. I have a disconnect. Yesterday was rough. We did a lot of things, one after another, after another, after another. And I participated in a study guide. Thank the Lord for that one, because it was really good. It was really good. And I just want to say, the one good thing about going in yesterday was one of the workers, they have your front desk people near the front door waiting area. And then somebody from the back calls you in, and those people direct you to go and wait in a different waiting area for the providers or the techs to come and get you. I sat in this mammogram / ultrasound place for like an hour. Maybe I mean, by the time I left, I don't even know. My partner's phone, he was waiting for me outside. His phone battery died completely. I'm just really sad. I didn't get anything done, and it was a suspicious breast lump. I might not go back, to tell you the truth. Anyways, I don't know everything about diagnostic imaging, because we did do a year of diagnostic imaging, but one thing I don't remember doing a lot of is actual breast health. We did mainly musculoskeletal and lung, and like GI. I really don't remember any sexual health and breast health, and I'm sure we had to do it. I have a big book, which I don't really need. I like to run and read things cover to cover, but I remember that book went out of print and it didn't have a new update, and someone was trying to sell it on Amazon for like $700-800. I was like, ooh, should I sell mine now? But then a couple of years later, they had another edition, and like, oh well. But the worker that I went to see first, and my partner was with me, she decked out Valentine's. It was, ooh, she had everything. She even had like the candles, the little battery operated candles. Like, I was about to be like, can you turn those on too? While we're sitting here. And my partner did look around because he wasn't paying attention. And I was like, oh, well, you got quite the decorations. She knows she has the decorations. I should have worded it. I should have said I like them. I like your decorations, I should have said. But that's one thing about holidays. You don't have to spend money. You can sit with your paper and your stapler and your coloring stuff. I asked for some crayons at one event for kind of for kids. I was like, I don't have any crayons. It was what we had black ones for my partner's work, but she throws away. I'm like, dude, we can make candles out of. I don't know if we want to breathe that in, but I always find I mean, you could take the whole thing and pretty much, instead of just using straight up wax, you could use it. And that's one thing about canning. I don't see people using wax anymore. I have canning wax. I always bought it for making homemade candles. You can use like, oh, you know, I should make some candles. My partner, I was like, what? I used to use like milk cartons because you could peel it off versus like cans. Maybe you could use cans, I don't know. I was thinking that we have the rice milk containers, so I could cut those down and make one or two, or you can make a sideways one. I used to use like toilet paper rolls and all these different things. When I was homesteading in West Virginia, I was basically reusing anything that was considered trash. Reusing, so not just reduce, reuse, recycle. I was reusing, and I was reducing based on income. So I have this group that I'm in, and people say, hey, I'm homesteading. I have nothing. I don't know anything. But they'll be like, but I have 14 acres, and I got 3 horses, 16 goats, 24 chickens, a partridge in a pear tree. And I'm just like, but they're like, I don't know anything. And I'm broke. And I'm on food stamps. I gotta go buy my food stamps. I have all this land, and we got 4 houses on it, and we got all these glamping cabins that are renting out, like, on Airbnb, and like, I don't know how to do anything, I don't know how to get land, I don't have enough land, and I'm like, I don't even have an inch. I can't even go replant a dandelion anywhere, because we don't even have this much space to plant anything. There's no grass, there's no trees, there's no patio, there's no deck, there's no porch. Some people at least have a porch to their front door. We don't even have that. You can't even put a chair out and just sit. You can put a chair inside and pretend you're outside, I guess, but I'm jealous. I'm envious. I have more than some people. And blessings to the Panda photographer. I saw your message on the public, for the public, that you got a ticket at the subway for not being able to afford the ticket. I just call it the ticket. You don't ever afford the subway pass. There's 2 things I want to say to you guys. Do we not have a program for people that are homeless, houseless, extremely low income, struggling, disabled, anything? Can't make it? Need transportation? Need to look for work? Need to look for a way to get doctor's office? Is there any way to get them a pass? Whether it's a yearly pass, sometimes you have to get a monthly pass. I mean, sometimes they have to send it in the mail, or they have somebody go pick up. When I was homeless for a while, I was able to get a gas card that people at Shell, they'd always complain about it, so I hated it. So they say, it's a better deal for you, instead of this $10 gas card or whatever, $20 gas card for a month. My worker says, it's a better deal for you to get a bus pass, or bus tickets. They didn't give a pass. They gave me bus tickets, the paper bus tickets. I tried to use those, like, we don't use those anymore. Oops. So I had some left over. So I started taking the bus, but I had to work through the DHS. And I mean, it's true though. They start sending that stuff to my house. And I don't know if I ever got a monthly bus pass. I think I did a couple of times. They stopped doing the tickets and they just gave out passes. But that's 2004 and on. I only got that for a little while, because my workers all penalized me for turning myself in for some legal matters that I had in Illinois. I'm pretty disappointed this morning, but the one pearl I have for you guys, we went out a lot. We went out together. There was a lot of opposition. And this morning I woke up really stuck, and I keep praying to my higher power about being stuck and feeling like I don't hear guidance or direction, and being really freaked out about it. The one thing is, this is like, oh, I'm scared. The lumps in my breast. I'm drinking water bottles that have been in the car for years, hot and cold weather. Just like food, if I could drink the tap water and eat chicken nuggets, I would not be doing this expensive, potentially harmful thing that I do, but I cannot handle the water. I can feel the opposition. from many places, and it was mostly from other women looking at me with my BF. And it's none of their business. The people make it their business. I'm trying to keep this confidential. I don't know what to say, guys. I flipped through this Simple Steps to Success book several times last night. I was grateful for that peaceful amount of time. I think I bought it at one of those libraries. They sell off their books. It doesn't have any stickers that say library on it, though. But I think I bought it. I think sometimes they also get donations that they don't use. But I used to get stuff at that book sale. I mean, they still have book sales. I know in Portland, Multnomah, no, I forget the name of that library. Capital Library. I think they always advertise having big book sales. I never went. I felt concerned. Either want a lot of books or don't want a lot of books. But I like to be able to reference things. Even though I can look it up online. I like to have survival stuff. If the grade goes down and I have some books, I have the Prepper's Guide to Surgery. But yeah, I have some opposition. I have people's energy negative towards me, and it takes a lot of receive my DNA test. Some announcements. We get announcements from the people that aren't familiar with Quakers. It's very interesting. What? I keep talking about Quakers here, Quakers here. It's like a lot of history with after the native peoples got pushed off their land, people were getting land grants, including Quakers over here in this side of the country. I thought they bleach. Don't they bleach commercial eggs? I don't eat eggs, so it doesn't matter. Let's look up the jury duty that I'm going to get off here, guys. I'm really scared to do it. I'm really upset that my life has been such a struggle and that I work to put myself in a place where I'd be able to make at least a normal living wage while I work through some stuff. They still don't have it out. God, it's making me stressed out. It says follow up after 4:30 Friday the 16th because they're not giving us much time. They got a grand jury going on. Wait, February 29th? Is this leap year? Dude, ain't nobody talking about this being leap year. Are you joking me? There's some people that only have a birthday once every 4 years. It's always on an election year. Is this election year? Oh my god. Everything. Oh my god. I feel like there's some significance there. Alright, I'm about to go look for my oregano. I think I can't even see it without glasses. I got it. Dirt landed on it. So I'm about to plant some basil, some mint. But I need some more. I need to figure out where to plant it. And I got to cut some of this wheatgrass juice and make some carrot/wheatgrass juice. So I'll let you guys know on Monday. that part about the opposition and feeling overwhelmed and not being able to go back to sleep this morning and I have a thing where I connect with myself. And if there's a lot of negative energy coming from the outside in towards me, it makes it hard for me to feel that whole connection with self, which can then lead out to higher power, or it can lead out to friends and relatives. I couldn't accept a hug from my partner last night. This is a vulnerable thing to speak about, but there's this, like, it doesn't matter if people smile or act like, hi, or this or that, or have a good day. No. That's people, everyone's an actor. Anyone can be on the silver screen. Anyways. We are trained to behave and act a certain way. If our parents teach us manners, and if kindergarten teaches us to stand in line and wait for the person in front of you to get their food first, that's what you are being trained. It's behavioral training. Just like a dog. You're telling them to do this. If you do a certain thing, there's a reward involved with it. So we are trained. Most of us are not feral or wild. And if we were in the cartoons, they're raised by animals, something like that. Still being trained to, like you watch birds eat, drink water, take baths, fly. They have some instincts, but they also are trained. So we could be trained to behave a certain way, or to be in a healthcare business where we have to be polite. So just be, that's my pearl, I guess, is just be careful of other people and their thoughts. And not everybody is pure-hearted. It's people can wish ill will, or did I say that right, on others and not ask the universe to bless others. And I'm more of a blessing, but you want to just keep using energy. I don't mind using my energy to pray for everybody, but sometimes I gotta reel it in, because I'm end up putting my oxygen mask on everybody else but myself. So I had to reel it in. I'm an air sign. Reel it in. Breathe. And it took me hours this morning to reel it in. And that's why I'm really excited about my tea time and all that stuff. And it's sunny, it's bright. I don't know what kind of place we want to try to exercise today. I'm almost tempted to just do it in the house, but I know we're going to have to get out. But I got a bunch of stuff for my clinic that I gotta do today. I gotta check my schedule right now, make sure I'm not missing anything, and then I'm just gonna study and do work, and that kind of thing in my mind says that's what you need to do. That's what I want to do. I've gone to countless appointments this month where I was not seen. I took the half of the day off. If I already knew in advance, I already took half the day off for my clinic. If I already knew that I was going to do jury duty, I took time off jury duty. Like, at least yesterday I got 1 out of 3 of the appointments out of the way. But I was planning this stuff a month in advance, not seeing patients, not going to jury duty, and then show up in an appointment and they don't even see me. What kind of trash is that? And when I feel like my old church talked about, or maybe I just come to this conclusion while I was going to the old Christian church, coming in, I talked about going from A to B, when you're going from A to B, and then to C, then to D, and you're doing the task that my higher power gave me these tasks. When you have these roadblocks, my mind says that I'm doing the right thing, and that there's opposition. I have friends and family that hate me. They're not my friends and family. I have neighbors that hate me because I have the title of doctor. I earned that title. They can earn that title. They can go earn that title. I earned it as academic, and I earned it as having a license to be called doctor. When people will be thinking that I am being cocky, it's like, no, I did that so that I had the ability to help others and actually see them during the appointments and not send them home with nothing. But the thing that's getting me is all of this poor treatment of me is making me overwhelmed for my life, and it's reflecting on my house and my businesses. So all I can do is trudge through the muck. Put one foot in front of the other and keep going. And I told you guys, with my family and situation and low income, I'm like applying. I keep applying for jobs, getting more work. In the beginning of February, I had issues like, what the heck am I supposed to do? They won't give me time off because I'm poor. I mean, I tried that before, and because I was about to be homeless and didn't have any income and you missed work, and they didn't let me get off. And well, they'll postpone it. Well, I'm already going to go to my kid's graduation. I'm not gonna. No, can't miss something like that. Or you can't cancel your. I guess they'll let you out if you postpone it and you had plane tickets or something. I guess they'll let you out for that time. But if you postpone it once and you have like a plane ticket for 3-4 weeks, I don't know what you do. You get in trouble, go to jail, $6,000 fine, like 60 days in jail or whatever garbage that they give you because you have a life and you're not trying to get out of your duty. You just have a life, and this stuff is making me. This is one of the worst months for me to not work every day. So I'm gonna get to work. My jury duty. It's happened to me before. You miss all your jobs. If you have 5 jobs, you miss all your jobs. Especially when you're actually called in. Sometimes you could piece together a day. But to get $30 or $10 a day, you gotta pay taxes on it. So you earn $30 and you gotta pay, 25% taxes on it. You're like, oh, I bet I just did jury duty and they paid me $30 and I missed all these jobs where I would have gotten $180 that day, but then I had to pay $10 in taxes, so I came home with $20 and I, had to drive there back and forth. Use $7 worth of gas for what? $7? I did my math really wrong. I'm stalling. It must be something my body wants to say. I just wanted to say that I'm not delusional. I just feel this spiritual energy. Sometimes people are mentally ill and they aren't necessarily purposely trying to be harmful. We had a man that, it's one of those hairs that's gray and black at the same time. Oh no, it's 2 different hairs. There's this guy that in North Portland used to walk up and down the street with a cane or a stick, big walking stick. And he would walk and he would yell and curse and wave his cane around. And I had little kids that were less than 10 years old, and I didn't want to be judgmental, but I didn't want to be on the same sidewalk or be around this guy for myself and for my kids. I didn't know what he was always yelling, cussing, waving the stick around, trying to hit stuff, and maybe he was harmless, but especially for my own health and safety, and especially for 2 little kids, I don't want to judge him, but I wanted to use caution. So sometimes you sense in your heart that this person may or may not be consciously or purposely harmful. They might not even be harmful, but the way that they're presenting themselves or the energy that I feel from them, I don't feel like it's anything I want to tap into. I don't want to be associated, and if I'm wrong, forgive me for being wrong, but our welfare and safety is at hand, and that people will talk. So we did a lot of counseling training in medical school because naturopaths, you do a lot of literally counseling on holistic stuff, but talking about the diagnostic codes where you have a patient coming in saying, my energy is bad. If I look out your window in your office building and the person walking down the street looks at their eyes, this is an example that we learned in med school, this person's feeling like I am causing them harm because of my negativity. And your psychologists can have you committed because they're like, wow, they're extremely delusional and paranoid and have schizophrenia and they need to be treated, they need to go to a facility, like, maybe not on the street, but I heard those places are not a place you want to go, you're supposed to be getting help, and that's another story. But it's like, this is an example, guys. What if somebody feels really negative inside and they go out and they look at people and they're mad, they're envious, other people have nicer clothes and money and they're going and carrying around Starbucks and stuff. And what if everybody around you starts tripping over the curb? And when you look at them a certain way, and it's scary and they kind of startle and then they like get flustered and they trip and you think, did I cause that? Like, that person could think that they caused it. They didn't necessarily cause it, but their presence and their demeanor may cause people to be sucked out of their bubbles, which could be distracting enough to cause a large percentage of them to trip or to drop and fumble. So they just got nervous. And I know people like that are just like, boom, 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 dirty, like, angry face, looking like, are they gonna, people pull their kids close to them. So people could, like a doctor or a judge could say this person is not able to be on the street because they're delusional. But it's like, something in your demeanor could cause people to be excited. They could cause people to laugh. They could cause people to fumble and to get sweaty and say, oh, like this person, oh, he's waving the stick and he's cussing and he's, So in my mind, I feel like there's got to be individualized look at this, look at what is not even scientific. There was a shooting that I know nothing about for the parade for the Kansas City Chiefs the other day. I think personally that we should use our gut and our instinct, because you could say, something's just not right. And that kind of stuff could be looked at, even praying and saying, oh, I had a power guided me not to go to this event, or I have a flat tire right now in our car in real life. I can't really go anywhere right now unless we're supposed to go get that patch. Like, I'm just trying to tell you guys, it sounds like something that you could be committed for. I'm told that you're incompetent to do your job, but there's also thousands of years of human history where, for myself, I'm not a man, so myself as a woman, you guys sense things. Oh, the kids are too quiet. I sense that they're up to no good, like getting Play-Doh in the carpet. I will tell you this, I'm healing from a lot of invisible scars, not invisible scars, but for things people said. I remember having my kids get Play-Doh or not taffy, but silly putties stuck in the carpet. I've had the pastor. I went upstairs and kept saying I was going to plant a garden. I didn't have any kind of yard. I went up to the top floor and I dumped some dirt in some pots. And the pastor's wife, I think she saw that I think my vacuum cleaner broke. She saw that I made a mess on the floor. She said, I ruined my house. I ruined my carpet. How dare I do that? But sometimes you're so driven. You buy the dirt, you buy the seeds, you buy the flowers, you buy the pots. You have a watering system. And you don't have a yard like here, and all you could do is sit on your floor and do it. And you feel so grounded, handling the dirt, watching the sprouts come up, teaching your kids, hey, we can grow a garden even though we don't have a farm or a yard or a garden or a patio. And it breaks my heart. So every single time I touch a plant, and especially inside an apartment that has no yard, or if I was living in a car and I'm carrying around a houseplant, I feel guilty because somebody said something to me. And this person had immaculate gardens and yard and trampoline and side of the house garden and barbecue patio and the suburbs next to Mount Hood. I'm just angry. I'm angry because they had it all and I wanted to have a little bit. Not because, look at me, I'm going to show off my garden, but because it's in my heart and it's in my gut, and just like wanting to deliver babies, I can't stand not to do it. And I get fixated and distracted until I do something. And then I feel like the more you have, the more you could sell and capitalize on yourself. The less you have, the more you become more like a slave to the system without any alternate. Like, if you had enough money to buy a house with a couple gardens, you have enough money to, even if you save $10 a year net to grow your own green beans or whatever, or figs or whatever, that's $10 more you're not paying to this corporation, and to even this person at the farmer's market. That's $10 more you invest in yourself, and then next year it's 20, and next year it's 30, and next year it's 300, until you just like blossom, and then you become someone who can sell your items, sell flowers, or give flowers to somebody and not have to go pay $34 for 3 little carnations or whatever they sell them for, and you become, hey, I live in an apartment, I can't do anything. Hey, I can't have pets. Hey, I can't have a garden. Hey, I can't have a patio where I could sit out and watch the sunset. Everyone else can watch it on their waterfront property. So you become more like, it's like the class system in Europe. You become less valued. And as a black person, I'm already looked at as less valued, and I hate it. So I want to blossom up. And if I have to be nomadic with my homesteading, even if I'm in one place at a time because I don't own it, I'm nomadic, because I could have to leave. There's no lease. I could have to leave by the end of the month for all I know. You never know. Or they could sell it and the rent could go up. Or they could decide to do this and that. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen. But I don't have power. So the power comes from the strength from within, not from the outward appearance or from, oh, my husband works a great job and his dad left, a $50 million life insurance policy that he got a big chunk of and can buy whatever he wants when he wants, I don't have that. Oh, their parents are helping them and their grandkids buy homes and vacation rentals and yachts. We don't have any of that. So for me to spill a little dirt on the ground, on some carpet, and some place that had mice with a broken vacuum, I cleaned that stuff up and got the security deposit back. And that was the first time I did it. That's the first time I ever did something like that, and I didn't think that I would accidentally spill the dirt. And did I have newspapers? Could I put a trash bag down? Yeah, I learned my lesson later. Peace, guys. Have a good weekend. Hang in there. Keep your shield up, and don't let these other people's negativity. I could be talking negative, but if people are looking at you and they see you, your baby's cute or whatever, or you got a cute car, and they're gonna deflect that energy, because my mind, my body has been an open source for people's abuse and stuff. I'm telling you something. There's some other things I want to talk about, but my tea is definitely cold by now. I was taught at a young age, just take it, to open up and let people abuse me and sexually assault me and blame me and cuss me. This is my own family. And so as an adult, I'm like, that kick me sign. Hey, here I am. So I need to learn to, all those years of martial arts, I need to learn to, there's some things I wanted to say to these people the other day, but I was on the brink of tears. I even told one of the black ladies, I was like, thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me. There's something not right. I'm about to call this place. I'm about to never go there again. I'm about to look and see who else can I go to, because this is 2 thumbs down.